This conversation starts calm and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
Hey, y'all have the African women in here. So I'm a 31-year-old African woman from Dallas. So
Did you call
yeah,
in the other night?
yeah, I did. You can hear my voice. It's very distinct, I'm sure.
Okay. Did we speak though?
Yeah, we did. I actually was on this again.
Okay. So refresh me. I speak to so many people. Which show
I
did
was
you?
the one where I was talking about the tire changing situation, how these white collar men weren't changing tires out here.
Oh yeah, but you're already married though, aren't you?
No, I actually am not.
Okay. So did you call into the show because you're looking to find one of these men?
No, I was just wanting to let these younger girls know if there's a prearranged situation coming from both worlds, the prearranged situation is better. I'm telling you.
Right. And now you said you're 31?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would think prearranged is better. Did you have an opportunity to do that?
Yes, I did. I passed it up, and these men out here are broke, and I'm not happy with that.
Hold on now. Wait a minute. Now you know you're gonna start lobbing stuff at my men, and you're in Dallas, right?
Yes.
Okay, now I lived in Dallas most of my adult career, so these men are broke. I was in Dallas for a long time. Where are you going?
Well, honestly, I don't have the social life anymore. I was like, okay, you know what?
Hey, you 31, you sound like you 70. What you mean?
I know. I don't know. It's always been my voice.
No. I mean, you sound like you're 70, like you don't do nothing.
I don't. I really don't. I go home and I just chill because
All right, let's back up, Jasmine. Okay, let's back up, Jasmine. Let's back up. Let's
Okay.
reel it on back. Jasmine, 31, Dallas. Did you go to college?
Yeah, I graduated.
From
Yeah,
what? From where? I don't know. So from where did you graduate from?
Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that's around okay. And where'd you go to school for?
Criminal justice and public administration, but I'm not working in that field at all.
Oh, so what are you doing?
I'm actually a hearing specialist, so it's in the medical field, audiology. So
audiology,
yeah,
cool.
That's what I'm doing now.
And so would you like to be married?
I'm really on the fence about that right now because I have dated long-term relationships. And,
okay. Let's move. I want to move all your past history over to the side for the sake of this question.
Okay.
Would you like to be married or not?
Yes, at some point. Yes.
All right. So we can get to your past, but I just want to know what it is you want. Okay. So I mean, because when you're a young woman, did you assume you'd be married?
Yeah, I assumed I'll be married by now, but
okay. And most
life
people
happened.
Most people do. Hold on. What I'm saying is most people do. So if you want to be married, you went to college, you have your degree, you live in Dallas. Now, let's get into this part. If you were married, would you still want to have your work career, or would you want to be a stay-at-home wife and be a mother?
A balance of both, if that makes any sense. Like I would want to stay home till they get to kindergarten and then work a little bit, make some extra money for the household, and then when they get to high school, more involved in the activities and they need help trying to get out on their own.
Let me back you up. You want to be a stay-at-home wife because what you just described is a woman whose money is not required for the family to function. Okay, and that's something I need you women to understand. You say a balance of both. That ain't a balance of nothing. You want to work. Let me explain. And I'm also doing it for the show. You want to work off and on, be able to be with your kids, and then when they go to that's not a career. That's a part-time job. But you want your husband to be able to pay for both of the cars, the mortgage, the retirement, the vacations, the medical school, the college funds, and all that other stuff. And then every little bit of money you make is just extra on top of that. But you're not required to ever really be responsible to pay a bill. That's what you just kind of laid out. You just didn't say it that way.
Yeah, because I will say this. I make enough to manage a household the same way I would expect a guy to. So I'm bringing to the table financially, literally, what I would expect from a guy. So I'm like, okay, if both of us are working, one income should be savings, other one can manage the bills, right?
Well, I get that what you're doing right now, but I'm focused on what it is you want. So what I'm trying to do is I'm not have a conversation about what you have to do. I'm having a conversation about what you want to do and then how to get it.
Okay.
See, a lot of black women, especially in your position, you have your guard up, and you're already trying to you're trying to play chess with me, and you're trying to outmaneuver me and tell me that. And I'm gonna get to the point I'm gonna get to anyway. And I'm ultimately trying to get to one point. You're doing what you're doing right now because you have not been able to find what it is you truly want. And in order to do that, we got to find out what it is you want. And it's cool. You want to be a stay-at-home wife who have a husband who can make the kind of money you're talking about, to where your money's on top of that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. 51% of black men in this country are single and childless. 64% of black men are in the middle class. I lived in Dallas for 12 years. It is chock full of high earning, single, childless black men.
Okay.
So when I hear a black woman say they can't find them, I'm like, no. Had a woman on here the other day.
We ain't leaving the house.
Huh?
I said, we're not leaving the house. That's why.
Well, maybe not leaving the house. Or, I mean, I had a woman on here the other day, 42 from Dallas. But, how do you, have you ever had a relationship that was successful?
No.
Okay.
And in the process of that, I have learned, gone to counseling, got my career in order. Because I would say I kind of hit my young adult years at a different dynamic. My biological father's over in Sudan, and my mom and my stepdad passed away when I was in college. So I've hit life in a real different dynamic. So I was just like, ooh.
Okay. So do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
In the
my
States?
Dad has 5 kids.
Any siblings in the States?
I believe there's 4 of us, I think.
None that you know. Not really.
Well, my older sister, yes.
So what I'm asking, when I say siblings, I mean like brothers and sisters, like family. What I'm trying to find, sounds like you're alone.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you went through therapy. How long ago did you do that?
I've been going like for 4 years straight. I've been, it's a big dynamic of how things have changed. Yeah.
Okay. So people go to counseling, make improvements. But see, what I've always been fascinated about is how other groups of women can get out of their positions faster than black women seem to be able to get out of theirs, who have traumatic family situations that are on par or worse. But it's not the fodder. It doesn't become the reason why they don't have anything. If you're making a degree and you're making a good living and you've been in counseling, what's the problem? And you say you've never had a good relationship. Yeah, those things kind of are at odds with one another.
Well, I will say that in 2016, when I left a bad relationship, I haven't dated since, and I kind of just focus more on me to make sure, like, okay, hey, I'm going to be a high earner. I got to take care of myself. So, like you said, I'm alone. So I did those things. Yeah, and I haven't got back out there socially. I haven't.
So you are. Let me go ahead and see if this sounds about right to you. See if this sounds familiar to you. I believe that over time, a woman invests more and more of her time and energy into gaining a PhD or a high-power career, and then later that career, a PhD or a high-power career, and later one of those two things becomes what is considered a masculine love object. Energy that she would have invested in being with a man and a family is now invested in identifying with her degree and her career. This is why so many can be proud of their career while at the same time living as a single woman. In other words, a transference is taking place. The masculine love object is now a degree or a career instead of a man. So from her perspective, a shift is taking place. She has the masculine force that she claims in her life, which that means you no longer need to leave your house. You got your man. Unfortunately, it's coming from her and her relationship and degree and career, not a man. This happens shout out to Craig 6T. That happens far too often with our college educated strong sisters. You got a career.
And that's the thing.
Hold on.
Well, that's not the case for me. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, this is it for me. This is what it was just, I kind of got isolated. I needed to work on myself. And now it's like, I'm actually considering, I'm like, okay, I'm going out. Like, okay, I need to go shopping.
I guess maybe I didn't put it the right way. See, what I meant is far too often our sisters feel like they have, okay, what I'm hearing you say is I had to go work on myself and then I'm ready to get back out there. I had a woman on my talk about she needs to work on herself for a couple more years and she'll be ready. That woman was 70. You don't work on, it's not one then the other. It's everything at one time. I don't know who told black women you're supposed to take life and pick parts. Because too many black women do this. I'm going to go to college. Then first, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get the degree. Then I'm going to get my master's. Then I'm going to get a career. And after that, I'm going to get this. And later on in life, I'm going to plug in a man. That's a masculine way of looking at things. You're supposed to be doing this thing at the same time. If you're in therapy, that means you know something is wrong.
Yeah.
But then that means but if you're not actively out there dating, all you and your therapist are doing is masturbating. 4 years and no relationship, that's masturbation.
This kind of situation isn't about geography. It's about behavior. A 31-year-old woman living in a major city like Dallas, which absolutely has high-earning professionals, can't say, there are no good men if she rarely leaves her house. Opportunity requires exposure. High-value men don't knock on doors. They're met through networks, events, church, fitness spaces, professional circles, mutual friends. If she admits she may have rejected her best marriage opportunity, that signals hindsight clarity. Sometimes earlier relationships fail not because the man was wrong, but because mindset wasn't ready. Unresolved childhood trauma, distrust, hyper-independence, or self-sabotage can quietly ruin stable connections. When Kevin Samuels would break this down, he often focused on patterns. If you consistently attract unavailable men, reject stable ones, or isolate yourself, that's not bad luck. That's behavioral repetition. Now here's the important contradiction. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom. That's a traditional goal. But traditional outcomes require traditional strategy. A stay-at-home dynamic depends on selecting a marriage-minded provider, being socially visible, demonstrating warmth, cooperation, and emotional stability, healing trauma so it doesn't poison partnership. You cannot want provision while living invisibly. And love does not find people who are hidden and guarded. Isolation feels safe, especially if past hurt exists. But safety and partnership rarely grow in the same soil. Healing therapy, community involvement, accountability, and intentional dating are active steps. Passive waiting is not a strategy. At 31, it's not over, but it does require urgency and self-work. You don't attract a husband by hiding. You attract one by becoming visible, emotionally healthy, and aligned with the life you say you want.